Hi, it's Denise with Ladybug Stampin', and today we're going to be making this card right here. So there's a couple little techniques on here. Really, there's only, well, yeah, I guess techniques you can call them. Can you guys see the little embossing right there? Kind of the clear, dazzling embossing. Isn't that pretty? This is a very elegant card. I get teased all the time for using sentiments on the front of my cards. I know, it's like, I just had to have a sentiment on there. But this one actually has no sentiment, so I just wanted to point that out to someone who's watching. All right, so let's get started. So we're going to be using the stamp set Falling Flowers, and it does have a coordinating die set, framelits dies. It's called Mayflowers, and it comes with these awesome dies and stuff. And we're actually going to use a couple of these. We're going to use this great big one here. And the colors that we're going to be using today are Whisper White, Night of Navy, and Powder Pink. So I've actually cut two of these out of Powder Pink and Whisper White. And then I've got one of these like green leaves, or the little leaves. I've actually cut that out in Whisper White. Then we've got one of these leaves here, again Whisper White, that I cut out. And then this one with like some berries on it. I've already got these cut out. See how quick? I'm trying to be quick, guys. And then we've got two of these leaves right here in Whisper White. We're going to be doing something with them in just a minute. All right, so we use those. But now we're going to stamp another one. And on this card, if you see, we've actually got the little 5-petal, or is that, no, 6-petal flower right there. So we're going to stamp that out, and then we're going to run that to the big shop. So that's this one right here. So we're going to get this out. And I'm going to stamp it in the Powder Pink. That's over here. Onto some Whisper White. Okay. You see this little tail right here? Well, on the stamp set, where's it at? It has a tail as well. So, you see it right there? So when I stamp, I really need to try to stamp with that tail, either facing down or something, but I need to keep it right towards me. And remember where I put it. That way, when I go to die cut, I can line this one up right with it, and it will line right up. And the reason why is because these are petals, and they're just a little bit, each one's just a little bit different shaped, and that way it'll cut out correctly. Okay, here we have our flower die cutting. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get our card and start putting it together. And for our card base, we have Night of Navy, and this is cut at 5.5 by 8.5, and then we're gonna score it or fold it in half at 4 1/4. Then we have some Powder Pink. It's gonna be our matte. This is cut at 4, what did I cut this at? Or 4 by 5 1/4. And then this is another Night of Navy. This is 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. And this is the one we're going to stamp our image on and lay all our flowers. On this one right here, you'll see that we've just kind of taken this little swish image right here. And I'm just gonna kind of go, this little end right here, I just kind of want it to go down here at this end. Okay. And before we do anything on this, since we're going to be embossing, we want to use our embossing buddy. And basically, we're just going to take it. It's got some like powder in there to make it not so staticky. Okay. All right. Then we're going to take our Versamark. I don't know why I do that. I always want to make sure there's some on there. And then I'm just going to start down here at kind of the corner like I did last time. Alright, then we're going to take some special embossing powder. This is actually half, this is mixed at half clear and half dazzling diamond. And I keep it in here. Okay. And I'm going to take this. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and emboss this and I'll be right back. Okay, here it is. Can you see that? Isn't that beautiful? I think just a card with all that on it would be really pretty. We're going to take our flowers, they're all white, and we're going to tone the whiteness down a little bit. That's so stark, isn't it? So I've got some Melon Mambo here, and I've got some, move this to the side, I've got some Lemon Lime Twist, and I've got some Powder Pink, big white flower. We're actually going to take our dauber. And I've got a scratch piece of grid paper over here. This is the Powder Pink. And I'm just going to kind of go up. I want to leave some of the white but not all of it. So I'm just kind of going up a little bit. And this is darker than the last pink that I used, but that's okay. Just like that. Kind of like, you know, I just want, and then I'm gonna wipe some of it off and kind of go up a little bit further. There we go. Now some of this will be covered, but we never know what side, so go ahead and finish it off. And then the flower, the flower that we cut, this one, we're gonna do the same thing, but I'm gonna make sure a lot of this ink is off, and I'm just kind of gonna go from the middle out towards the top of the leaves. Not much, just like a little hint, just like we're coloring it in a little bit to give it a little bit of depth. Okay, then we're also going to take this white one with the pink, powder pink, and we're going to add some Melon Mambo. Now this one is a really dark color, so I'm going to wipe off quite a bit and then kind of go in the center. So you've got kind of like a two-tone. That's really bright. But it does dry a little bit. Once it dries, it'll tone down a little bit. So you got that one. Okay, and then we're going to take one of our little berry ones, our berry here, and we're actually going to go back to our powder pink. Wipe some of that off. And I'm just going to kind of go over the little round ball, the little red, like berries. Okay, got that. And then we're going to use our lemon lime twist. And we're going to take our leaves. Okay, and I'm going to just kind of go from this end to the top. Well, maybe just go this way, it might be better. I want a little bit lighter at the top right here. A little bit darker at the bottom. Okay, that works. And then we'll do the same thing with this, and it got that little bit of that mambo, because I wasn't paying attention, I guess. Okay. Maybe I can cover that up. Maybe I can cover that mistake up. Okay, just a little bit. I don't want it going all the way to the edge. Like that. And then we're going to take our two leaves down here. Kind of the same thing. This is the top. So we just kind of want, I'm just going to use the rest of my, what's on my dauber. Okay. There's a lot of ink on that dauber. Okay, there we go. Okay, we're going to get our card bases, our Night of Navy with our embossing, and then our matte. And I'm going to take and add some adhesive. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and take this one, because once we put the flowers on there, it'd be kind of hard to adhere this. All right, there we go. Yeah, I just wanted a little bit of that pink popping out there. Not a whole lot. That's why it's a bigger border on that end. All right, now I created two other flowers. This is like a little ribbon rose that I just created with some powder pink shimmery ribbon. This one is actually made out of our embossing paste and a stamp it has to be like a deep set stamp. Now this one is a coordinating flower out of here. This one's like another rose that we have, but I wanted to use just this stamp set on this one. So, and I'll put a link down below of where I made this originally. Take our flowers and let's start lining them up. Kind of just start placing them, play around with it, because you don't know how you want this. So that's what I did in the beginning. So I'm just going to make sure that my leaves don't go out past my card, or you won't be able to get it in your envelope. But it can poke out a little bit. All right, and then we're going to take our berries here, maybe put on top of here, and then our leaf we can put right here. underneath like that. And then our flower here, and our little rose here. And then these two leaves I actually will take and put it underneath this flower. And with this flower, I'm also going to use my bone folder, and I'm going to curl it up just a little bit, the leaves, just to give it a little bit of depth. Okay. All right, and so let's get our leaves right here, and I'm just going to take a little bit of, actually I'm just going to put it on there. Why am I don't know why I'm trying to go to the leaf, that's so small. And I'm just going to put one right there, and then one right here where it's got some adhesive, just kind of like that. All right, and then I think we'll place it right there. So that's how I like that placement. Do you guys like that placement? Okay. I'm going to shut my blinds, and I'll be right back, so I'm going to glue all this on together. Okay, so we're going to I'm gluing my last piece, and I'm just trying to think, because I want it to kind of tuck underneath here a little bit, like that. There we go. Just a little bit. Just like that. Isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh, I love this card. I do struggle that it does not have a sentiment, but I can put the sentiment inside. Love it. All right, so let's bring out my original. And I love the color. So I must have made this one a little bit, the border a little bit larger, or this a little bit smaller than I did. I just like this border a lot better. All right, guys. Well, thanks for stopping by. And again, if you like any of the products that I've shown today, just click on the link below, and it will take you to the blog post, and it will have all the measurements for the card and all the supplies that I used. Okay, thanks, guys. Have a great day. Toodles.